Hi everyone, we're doing Leetcode number 283, the move zeros problem. So in this problem, we're given an integer array of nums. We need to move all the zeros to the end of it while maintaining the relative order of the non-zero elements. So we need to do this in place and then without making a copy of the array. So basically, if we have an example of this nums array 0, 1, 0, 3, 1, 3, 12, the output should be this, where all the zeros are pushed to n. So basically how you would construct a solution for this problem is basically you can just look through all the numbers here, and then when you come across a non-zero number, you can just swap it. So, and also you need to remember where the last zero number was. So I'm going to code this up and just show you how it's going to work. So first of all, we need a pointer. I'm just going to call it j equals 0. So we're going to assume the last zero number index is at 0. And then we're going to iterate through the nums array. So let I equal 0 and I is less than nums dot length, and then I plus plus. And then in the loop, we're going to check for non-zero numbers. So if nums I does not equal 0, then what we want to do is we want to swap it with the 0 number. So if j is 0 and the first item is actually also non-zero, when we swap it, we're actually swapping in its place. So we're not actually changing the number. But if it is a 0 and then we go into the second number 1, we're actually going to swap it. Swap 1 to 0. And then, okay, so let's just swap the thing first. Let temp equal nums I. And then I'm going to say nums j. So I think let temp equal nums j. Then nums j equals nums I. And then nums I equal temp. So we swap these items, swap these numbers with each other, and then what we want to do is we want to increment j++ because now that index will actually increase, so we know where the last zero was is now at. So when we run through this loop, what it's going to do is whenever it's going to come across a zero number or a non-zero number, it's going to swap to the front of the nums array, and then in the end, once we go through, all the zeros will be pushed to the end. So if we run this test case, the test cases, you can see it is actually accepted. So we can submit this now. And as you can see, this is actually an accepted solution. So basically we have a for loop. So this is O of n runtime complexity because we're just running this nums array once, and then we have actually a space complexity of 1 because we're not using any data structures and such. So that is your solution to this problem, and we've come to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We're going to do more Leetcode in the future, so stay tuned for that, and I will see you in the